welcome back. Let's go do some tiling. Yeah guys, this is part one of probably a 3 or 4 part video series getting this tile project done here. We've set aside about 10 acres this summer to try and do a tile project. Still, the tile project's not done. That's just the way the summer has gone. In this video, the first thing we're going to do is do a tour with Steve around his trencher machine. We brought that trencher in because we were putting in 2 12-inch runs that I can't pull in with the Soil Max tile plow. The first thing that we're going to do is try and catch the water coming from the road to stop cutting across this field and causing issues. So it's a big project. Let's get going. I thought it was a spicer, but people say it's a spiker. Spiker, it's a 60/60.
Well, let's just start here at the front. It's basically a wheel from a very old corn planter. Have a 12-inch tile will be rolled up the front because it's very difficult to handle. And then it goes up over the rest of the other planter wheel up on top and then over the back, and we'll see that later. This winch is mechanically operated over the third transmission. Have your gears in the right positions, then it will retract at the same speed your wheels are going, so it's kind of an assist. This is a headlight off of a semi. The other headlight met a deer, and so we had one left over. And it's always one of them things, you're out tiling and it's starting to get dark on you and you're running out of light, so I put headlights on it.
That's off a Freightliner Classic, I can probably tell you.
That's exactly what it is, off a Freightliner. The engine we're running here is a Detroit. It's a 2-stroke cycle Detroit engine. Very popular in the 50s. It sounds like the engine is running extremely fast. Well, that is a 2-stroke engine running. It gives off power every time the cylinder turns around. It's quite a unique engine. We start out with our first transmission from the back side of the engine. This transmission dictates the wheel speed. It's your regular 4-speed, and then it goes to a 4-wheel drive out of a 1.5 deuce. The shaft comes out of that 4-wheel drive and runs the wheel, and then the other comes out the bottom, and then that runs your propulsion. You have 3 transmissions end to end, so when every transmission is in low gear, this thing you can hardly tell that it's moving.
Explain that a little bit. So first transmission's in low, which is spinning low, which then spins this one, which even reduces it even more.
Correct.
Which then spins the last one, which even reduces it even more.
This transmission has a PTO coming out the side of it. That's the transmission that runs the winch on the front. Back transmission is always in low when you're tiling. This transmission then would be in second gear, and second gear. That would give you a pretty nice travel. You take it down the road, you don't want to run them all in high gear because this thing will go way too fast that you want to be riding on it. This is just used hydraulic oil that we use, and then we have valves here that we can oil the drive chains while the machine is in operation.
Well, then you got 2 walking tandem tires, so you got 1 axle shaft that comes out, and then there's a chain in that box, isn't there?
That's correct. There are 2 chains in there. There's an axle comes out through this little box in the bottom, and it goes into a differential. And then this is much like you see on a road grader. You've got a walking beam here, and then each of these tires are propelled by the chain drive inside that box. Get back here, this is the electronics that we hook up when we put a laser on here, and the laser will control this cylinder in the center, and then you just turn it on automatic, and it continually changes the elevation to maintain exactly what you want as your machine runs over humps and bumps and things. If you pull this lever, it drops a door on the engine, and that will shut the air off of the engine and kill it. So it's an emergency stop. Sometimes the Detroit would just take off and just go crazy. You couldn't get it to quit because it would have taken on some extra oil, and that's what it's firing and running away. And this is the kill for a runaway engine. I've never used it. This engine never had a problem. The back transmission, they're opposite of the way they're in the machine. This valve divides between, you can run the hydraulic cylinders to control the tilt on the rear wheels.
Oh, really?
Or you can pull it back, and then you can move this conveyor left and right.
And right here is throttle.
Oh, that's the clutch.
No, clutch. Throttle's here.
Correct.
Clutch is here. I forgot what side. And then what is that, a foot clutch? Or is that a brake? That's the brake. That's the brake.
That is a brake that never worked on this machine when I bought it, and it still doesn't work. The brake,
even though she's got some big old disc brakes on it.
Oh yeah.
But
the system was never designed to have a decent brake. My hope is to be able to put an air pump on here and air brakes on it where I could have an air brake button, but it's just slow enough. You just are very careful because
when you're in the field, you just drop the wheel on the ground and that stops you.
The wheel, it makes a really good brake no matter what you're doing.
Chain drives the wheel, which the wheel has these two sprockets right here, which is then driven on the outside of the wheel. Comes around and takes a scoop, which where's the good look at one of these buckets?
Right there.
Right here. So it just has a bucket, and then it just has some braided cable on the back end of it that holds the dirt, and he's got cutting edges on each side. What do they actually call those when they're on the side?
That's the side cutters.
Just the side cutters. Yep. And then he does not have any teeth on his bucket. Some machines have teeth on them. Grabs the scoop, carries it around.
Drops out right up there.
Yep. Which there's a trip up here too, isn't there?
There's some side that cut it loose.
Yep. Yeah. And then it trips it out.
It falls on the belt.
And it falls onto the belt. And the belt is ran two direction wise by this.
Correct.
This lever here. Leveling gauge on the back here.
The bottom of this shoe is level with 0 on there. So if this shoe is laying in the bottom of the trench, then I know where the bottom of the trench is. Cuts a round bottom in the trench to create a V for the tile to lay in, so it's supported on its sides. There, how it's got a rounded bottom, and then it's got flat sides so that it supports the tile.
That's how this machine that looks complicated does a relatively simple job.
It does.
Yeah. So. Right now we have 2 double walls put together, and then we're hooked up to a single wall that has perforation in it. This pipe is really hard to move around, so what we're doing is basically holding on to it. And if you look down the trench, basically, and we're just dragging this until where we want to be at. So until Andrew gives me the thumbs up, we're going to be stopping, and then we'll start bedding it.
Oh yeah, that was just right.
Yeah.
Just like the guy estimator.
Oh man, the estimator man, he's good.
He is. I tell you what, he knew it right along.
Best estimator man here today.
I don't think we'll argue with that.
All right, Keith, put that on. Look at that. 300 feet up the hill. Maybe 300 feet up the hill. Already running water. So we hit a rock or something and it stopped the trencher. So we got to disconnect the boot and pull everything out and then reconnect the boot. See it?
No. Be right in there. See how unstable that dirt is?
Mm-hmm.
That's why you don't crawl down in a trench, because it'll cover you up.
So we got the rock out, and then we put it back in, and then we got 2 more rocks out. So we're on the second time, trying to back up, reconnect to the boot so that we can continue up the hill.
Nothing an hour and a half won't fix.
Whose fault this was? Jesus. That's Jesus. What do you guys say for yourself putting that rock there?
Should have marked it.
Are there any more unmarked rocks out here? Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, delete it immediately.
We're using him like a spoiler on a sports car. Downforce.
Downforce, Danny. Oh, that's scary.
No,
You didn't have to agree.
I don't agree. You're doing a great job, except for Ben got it on the first try earlier. If that makes you feel any better.
This is really just a way for Keith to talk to his girlfriend. He stands up here and yells down the pipe, hello. She's down at the bottom and yells hello back.
It's a good idea.
If I were you, I'd stay up top though. There's water running out the other end.
Well, 4 inches of rain later, we're back, and we're gonna try and finish. The tile ended up being right at the back of the boot. Actually, my wife called and said, hey, tornado sirens are going off Promise City, which is about 8 miles away from here. And so we quit, and luckily the boot held down the pipe the entire time, and if any water did get in there, it was able to drain through. So picking back up, we'll get this 12-inch intake set.
We gotta find the end of the pipe now.
Right there where he's digging now, it's about that 35 foot off the center of the road, and that will be where the hook and bottom and upright will be at. I didn't know we were going to play in the mud today. Really didn't know what we were doing at all, other than this morning be mowing, and I forgot to bring my boots. So I'm out for the old Hey Dudes today. See if we get them my feet get a little wet or not.
Huh? Yeah. It was sitting on my table at home. It ran through the washer, so I took it went home and put oil on it and forgot that I did that and left it on the table.
So for trench safety, this is why you don't go in the trench. It's like because you can lose the wall, lost the wall, and that's why I dug out back this way, because we got to get away from it. But now we got a big problem.
Sense of awareness too is key.
It's wet, and when it's wet, it wants to slop off way more often. And
How was day one of trenching experience?
Day one.
I think it's just this one.
Well, the tile started and everything just got soft.
Oh yeah, no, it was raining while we were out here the first day.
It's just,
No, I mean like you're hitting rocks.
oh yeah.
Every problem in the world.
We got it cleaned out. Now we're waiting on Cheese, like always. He had to run and grab the external coupler, and then fingers crossed we get this in the ground tonight. Boss man's waiting.
what do you think, Cheese? Do you approve?
That you stole my knife? No.
I didn't steal it. You gave it to me.
You're still here, so
I asked. I said, "Can I have your knife?" And you gave it to me.
Yeah.
Look
yeah.
at you got a little mustache coming in there,
Oh
bud.
God.
Look at that.
There we go.
He's just taking all kinds of after me. Woo! Looking good.
Go get you some blonde hair dye.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay. What kind of lullabies do you know, Cheese?
I barely even know what that is.
A lullaby?
Oh, I know what it is, but like,
You know how most people count sheep as they go to sleep? He counts crackers. Ranch chicken and biscuit cracker.
Yeah? Are you a ranch Cheese Whiz on your chicken and biscuits? Or just the chicken
Oh,
and biscuits?
I'll just eat straight chicken and biscuits.
well, you eat
But
you
they
eat
got-
it with
they've
the
got
chicken and
ranch
biscuits.
chicken
I
and
just eat the cheese whiz. You put your cheese whiz on the crackers. I just spray it right in my mouth. It's like Cool Whip. Eat cheese every night before I go to bed.
Right in the center and all.
You ding dong. I feel like a little kid going to the softball games and this is what's under the bleachers. Sit there and eat it. 100%, that's all that's in my head. That's my sunburn there, Steve. I'm sunburnt really bad right there too. It's my love handles.
Then your glasses are gonna get dirty.
I figured that out.
Holy cow, that fits better than the smaller one. You take that home with the cheese. Give it the curd.
Yeah, I'm like Steve right now. Very straight up and down though.
Yeah, you're the one who did that, bud.
Me?
Yeah, you held the bell.
Oh. Never mind, it looks pretty straight.
Laid the fabric down. Big rock. Now he's gonna start shaping this terrace.